Hi, I'm Peter Garino. I'm the Artistic Director of the Shakespeare Project of Chicago.
Hi, and I'm Michelle Shoup. I'm the dramaturg of the Shakespeare Project of Chicago.
We want to spend a few minutes with you today to talk about our first theatrical reading of the season here at the Niles Public Library, the tragedy of Othello, the Moor of Venice, which will be presented on Friday evening, October 26th at 7 p.m. So, Othello.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Where do we begin?
Well, what inspired you to do this play in the first place?
Well, this is a first time that we've done Othello since 2001. So it's time for us to do this play again with the Shakespeare Project. And it's one of his greatest tragedies. It's a play that's always really appealed to me. I haven't directed it before. I've been in productions of it. But it's got some themes and elements that I think our audience can relate to very well. Everyone in their life has most likely experienced jealousy at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Perhaps people have gone through periods where maybe they've been bullied by someone. You'll see both of those things on display in Othello. And I think it's something that people are really going to enjoy.
Great. So one of the things that makes it relevant for today is the adult bullying that you were talking about. So
Right.
talk to me a little bit more about that. How do we see that in Othello?
Well, at the center of Othello, we have Iago, who is Othello's ensign, who we find out has been passed over for promotion, and he doesn't really feel very good about that. So he's going to go out and exact revenge upon Othello, and in the process bring down a number of other people. So you see the bullying, the kind of coercion in his relationship with Roderigo, in what he does with Cassio, even in the way he treats his own wife, okay? But especially his relationship to the Moor, Othello. So as the audience watches this play unfold, they will see Iago go through these various degrees of, if you want to call it bullying, or again, trying to negatively influence these people.
Yeah, okay. And so in keeping with that same idea, obviously every major tragedy, the hero has a tragic flaw. And so obviously Iago is preying on Othello's tragic flaw. What would you say that is?
Well, I think it's pretty clear that Othello has put some kind of implicit trust into his people. He overlooks, if you will, the flaws within people that he's trusting. Obviously, one of those is Cassio, someone that he's just promoted to the rank of lieutenant. We think we see a very heroic, noble soldier, but by the second or third scene of the play, we find out that Iago has a drinking problem that gets him into quite a bit of trouble. Okay. So that's one element that we see in terms of Othello's inability to perhaps see as deeply as he should into the lives of some of the people he comes in contact with.
Okay. And then finally, one of the things that's always fascinated me about this play is not only the fact that it's a quartet, right? So you've got Othello and Desdemona, you've got Iago and Emilia, and you've got possibly the picture of a really happy couple and a couple that may or may not be so happy. You're not clear entirely. But in keeping with all of that, it's the miscommunication that goes back and forth between all of these characters, especially as the plot starts to wind up.
Right. And it's not only miscommunication, but it's a lack of communication as well. People may ask, wow, why couldn't Othello and Desdemona have really had that conversation much earlier about whether or not she was unfaithful? By the time they finally do have the conversation, Othello is already completely consumed with destructive, jealous behavior. So that's very much, I think, at the core of the message of the play as well, is not only miscommunication, but the lack of communication. With Iago and Emilia, we see a marriage relationship there, but we don't get an awful lot of information about it. We don't know whether it's actually a good marriage or not, but it's something that people, as they come and see the play, can, when they see these two characters on the stage and hear what they say, maybe begin to draw their own conclusions about what that relationship's really about.
Wonderful.
So, come see Othello, October 26th, 7 p.m. here at the Niles Public Library. Come early at 6:45 for Michelle's introduction to the play, and we hope to see you.